Love is in the air in Would You Marry Me, as MeRi and WooJoo's romance kicks off. However, so is love angst, as their love wavers from the start, with intrusive elements starting to creep in. What's more, MeRi considers coming clean to SangHyun about the whole marriage and house lies, hoping that this will make things easier with winning WooJoo's grandmother over. However, WooJoo's grandmother has other plans, as she wants WooJoo to end up with JinGyeong. But this should be the least of her problems. As it stands, Han-soo is in the process of stealing the company from right under her. WooJoo is too distracted with love and its highs and lows to notice what's happening in the company, while his grandmother seems too trusting of Han-soo to suspect that he could have something sinister going on. As we know by now, Han-soo is no ordinary thief. His plans have been in the making for many years, with no one suspecting him, as he hides behind his easygoing smile. WooJoo's father must have seen his true intentions, hence why he eliminated him. With their deaths, he was able to ascend to a higher position, as WooJoo's grandparents believed he'd maintain and hold the position, until WooJoo came of age to take over the company. However, this made it easy for him to put his schemes into action. He doesn't only have a whole other family in the States, but he also has people in high places helping in his scheme. With WooJoo's return from the States, he knows that his time is up, and might be planning to pull his final scheme, which could end up crippling the company. What's more, like I mentioned in the last episode, he could also be behind MeRi's father's death. So as it stands, the chairwoman might be in danger, as he now knows that she suspects something is off. Of course, this is going to eventually shake up the company, which could take the heat off WooJoo and MeRi's relationship. It was funny when MeRi showed concern for WooJoo's finances, just when he confessed to liking her. For someone who'd dated and even married someone like WooJoo, who took advantage of her, this was funny. Meanwhile, JinGyeong and SangHyun's relationship is gradually developing. Who knew JinGyeong turns into a raccoon when drunk? She pissed most viewers off in the last episode, by disclosing WooJoo's business to MeRi. She might have meant well, but she let jealousy get the best of her. However, her innate goodness couldn't let her keep this from WooJoo, after she realized she'd messed up. But then, her action finally removed the elephant from the room. MeRi now knows of her connection with WooJoo, and WooJoo now knows that she doesn't hold her father's death over him. This makes it easy for their love and romance to commence. They can be seen taking a stroll, after WooJoo's love confession and kiss. They reminisce on the past, with WooJoo disclosing that he'd gone to see her in the past, but had left without seeing her, as he'd been filled with guilt upon learning of her father's death. At this point, they were fated to be. Who else was confused by the sudden change of clothes? A lot must have happened before this point. What's more, excited about their new change in status, WooJoo sneaks MeRi into his bed. This is to prevent her mother from separating them, as he wants to spend more time with her. They both can hardly contain their excitement. The next day, MeRi's mother makes WooJoo a large overflowing bowl of soup. She had wished MeRi would end up with WooJoo, after their first encounter. She visits them in Seoul, and notices their chemistry. However, she warns WooJoo against his family maltreating MeRi, as she wouldn't let him marry her if that ever happened. This stems from how the sly WooJoo's family had treated her and MeRi, after he cheated on her. Meanwhile, JinGyeong feels remorseful, for taking her jealousy out on MeRi. SangHyun runs into her, and can be seen consoling her, which brings a smile to her face. They really have to end up together, as their chemistry is great. I can hardly wait for SangHyun to finally stand up to his abusive boss. What's more, WooJoo brings MeRi home to meet with his grandmother. However, things soon go south, as the chairwoman wants WooJoo to end up with JinGyeong, whom she'd also invited for lunch. WooJoo soon notices MeRi's discomfort. Meanwhile, the shameless WooJoo's family must be the most annoying ever. WooJoo's mother doesn't hold her son accountable, but instead joins in his shenanigans. I mean, how could she easily think it's okay to ask MeRi to return to her cheating son? After how she'd treated her and her mother. What's more, while stalking her, they find out that her new beau, WooJoo, is the grandson of Myeongsundang's CEO. This has their greedy antenna standing up. On hearing of this, the shameless WooJoo decides to win MeRi back by all means, threatening to drag WooJoo down, if she doesn't end things with him. What's more, he visits the estate and is thrown out by security. But this could only mean trouble, as he finds out about MeRi's fake marriage to WooJoo. He's bound to hold this as leverage over her. However, MeRi has already decided to come clean about the whole sham, to SangHyun. Hopefully, she'd done this before the shameless WooJoo blackmails her with it. However, from the preview, it looks like this could be the reason behind her unexpected breakup with WooJoo. That is, dancing to the shameless WooJoo's tune so he wouldn't drag WooJoo down, like he threatened. Hopefully, this isn't dragged out for so long, as the company is in danger. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the series so far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.